fresh injuries after Southampton, and is Mitrović able to go again for Leicester?
Yes. Till now, of course, we had our session yesterday, and everything was okay with him. As you expect, was a recovery session than something more. Of course, we are going to have another one to assess, not just him, to assess all the players, how they are recovering from the last game. You know, a lot of games in a row and short space between them. Of course, it's not just Mitrović that you have to assess. You have to assess all the squad, and after to take the decisions for the tomorrow's match. But in terms of injury, I think he's getting better.
You're starting the new year 7th in the table with 25 points. When Fulham were last in the Premier League, they were relegated with 28 and 26. You've nearly reached that already. You're not a yo-yo club anymore, are you?
No, we had to keep proving our quality and to keep playing with the same ambition. We don't like to compare, even if you know the recent past of the football club at the top level in this country. And you know everything. As you know, some of the group and some of the players, they're still here. They know what's happened in that 2 seasons, and we are here to change. We did it last season as well. We knew that and the club had a success story in Championship, and the 2 seasons before we arrived, that they play in Championship. Even so, we wanted to change the story and to do it completely different, and we did it last season. And this is what we are trying to do every time, to be as more competitive we can, to try to keep improving our players, our group of players, collectively and individually as well. And this is our aim, really. It's not to compare anything. We know that we have to do much better. We knew it in the beginning of the season. If you want to be at this level, if you want to play against the best teams in the world, and if you want to play the best and the most difficult competition in the world, you have to do completely different things. And we are pleased the way you are doing, of course, but as you said, you are just in the middle of the season. Of course, we are pleased with the points that we achieve right now. The position at the table will be a consequence always from the points, but of course, as a points, we are really pleased because we achieved that number of points until now. Performance-wise, I think we are doing really well as well. And that's it. We have to keep going, keep the feet on the ground, and prepare the next match like the most important one for us. It's something that we have been doing so far since we joined this football club.
Mark, the transfer window is open, and I guess being 7th in the league could be a big help when it comes to new players. But can you say anything more about possibly Cedric coming back to play for you?
No news really about no players. I repeat the same always. I will not comment about players that they are not our players. Even players that they are in different clubs and they are working in other clubs, I will not make any comments on that, because I'll always to say something. Next week will come another name. I still talking about players that they are not players. Of course, we are trying to strengthen the squad. It's something that we are looking forward for it. Some positions, but I have to repeat again. And the main ones that they are here, the most important ones, they are here with us. Players that they have been really working really hard. They are going into our ideas. They are following us every single day, and this is the main thing for us. Of course, we are looking for something. We are trying. Let's see if we can do it.
There are plenty of Premier League clubs who are looking for a striker this month. What would you say to any club who was interested in Mitrović?
I'm really pleased to have him with me since last season, since I joined the football club. He's really happy here as well. We are in the beginning or in the middle of a process, and some positions is impossible for us to change.
Dan James has been with you on loan, but not really playing too much. There's been a suggestion he may go back to Leeds early. Would you be willing to do that, or what would you say about Dan James right now?
Oh, of course, James is still adapting in our football club, completely different, probably style of play and all the things. Until now, we didn't speak about it, about this possibility as well. When we signed him on loan, it's for him to stay the season with us. Of course, now from yesterday, opened the market, and of course, many things can happen, but no news about it.
Just finally from me on Leicester, you go for 3 straight wins. I mean, for the first time this season, how good would that be to start the new year, a 3rd win?
We are fighting for it. Definitely, you go there with the full ambition to get the 3 points, but you know their quality as well. You know what type of game they can play if they are at their best level. Of course, after the break they had 2 defeats, and of course the last one, I think they performed really well against Liverpool. First one against Newcastle at home after the break wasn't the best game for sure, but they want to react because I know, and they know as well how they were strong before the break. They didn't start well the season, but after they reacted and they start to get very, very good results and expressive and impressive scores as well away and at home against some good sides in this competition, and they are really strong if they are at their best level, and we are preparing ourselves to play against them in their best level, and it will be tough. It's always a tough place to go. A lot of individual quality around the team, many solutions as well. I think everything what they have been doing since Brendan is there, I think speaks for themselves, and even getting some titles, important titles for the club. I think they are a really strong side. They want to react from the last 2 defeats. At some point, we want to keep doing the same, playing at our best level. We got a good result last game, but we know and we analyze that wasn't our best performance. We know that for us to get to 3 points at Leicester, we have to perform better than last game, and to be stronger to fight for the 3 points is what we are going to do for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What is it that you admire about the way that Leicester City play, certainly when they're in their full pomp?
Firstly, collectively they are strong, a clear idea, and the way Brendan wants to play. Some very good quality players in the midfield zone, and that quality have around. Of course, for sure, if with Maddison or without Maddison, they are slightly different because you are talking about a top quality player. But for sure, it's a moment for Tielemans to come back again in their 11. He's a player that can give them that extra quality in the midfielder zone and that creativity that all the teams they need. And of course, after with players like Ndidi or Soumare behind to support their midfielder line and attack line, and after the attack line, even probably they will start again with Vardy and Barnes on the left-hand side. That is always a treat for all the backlines that he play against. Will be for sure a tough team because they have a lot of quality around, and we have to be really strong as a collective point of view, and of course our individuals as well. They have to pop up. I think will be a good game. 2 teams that they want to win the match, and let's hope we can perform well.
You spoke about their mixed start to the season. Something that was quite key to that was that they weren't defending set pieces very well. At the weekend, you scored a 9th goal from a corner. Is that a key area for you?
It's a key area for us because it's something that we spend a lot of time working. We analyze and we can do in a different ways, in many ways. And it's part of the game, you know. It's something that we know it can be decisive in one football match, and of course we want to prepare ourselves well, not just in our offensive part, but in our defensive part of the game. And set pieces today in football, they play a big part, a big role on it, and we want to keep preparing well our players. And of course, after is what I said before, they follow us, they go into the idea, and of course good takers, good players to attack, good plan behind the game as well. And of course we are not going to the game thinking that they are weak in this or that or another aspect. We know what we are strong and we can play in our strengths, and this is what we are going to do.
I wanted to ask you about your substitutes this season as well. Often when I've watched Fulham, they've made a real impact. It happened against Southampton at the weekend. How are you preparing the squad for those moments? It really feels like everyone is invested. What work have you done behind the scenes so that when someone's coming on as a substitute, they're having the impact that they are?
Firstly, we have a very good group of players. Everyone is in the same way, in the same page. Everyone is working really hard to get the 11. That is the main thing, and they know if they are on the bench, even if All of them, they want to be in the 11. They are not really happy some of them when I said the 11, but they are ready to help the team, and is what I expect from them, is what I demand really from them. And they know for them to be fully involved with this squad, this football club, with ourselves, with our fans. They have to be there for us if 1 minute, if 95 minutes is the same. And I can say that, of course, I'm really focused on the game, what's up on the pitch, but I can feel behind me, not just the staff, but all the players. They are fully involved in the game. And last game is a good example. Not last game, game against Palace away from home. At the moment we scored the second goal, I was with the TC on my side, giving some feedback for him. He's ready to go in, and the way he celebrates the game on my side speaks everything about our group. He's our captain as well, and he's a very good example that they are always on. They are always on, celebrating with we score, when giving feedback for teammates, hungry to go inside. I know that is what I expect from them. And I agree with you, they have been really important, not just 1 or 2 players, but all of them, players that they come even in the last minute sometimes to make the block even more compact, all that situations, and players that they can add some quality. I think last game TC made a huge impact in the game again. I think was a moment that we lost a little bit the control of the match, and the way he started to give the calmness again for our squad, and I knew the way they can leak on our left side, him and William, the quality they have, and with the support from Robinson, can be a moment for us to change the game, and he made a huge impact again.
And on Mitrović, in the last match, we saw that penalty that was saved. The penalty wasn't that strong in terms of how it was taken. Have you had a conversation with him since? And are penalties the one area that, although he's delivered so many goals, that you still want him to work on?
We are going to still working with him, definitely in that moment. Not just because he missed that penalty. Even when he scored penalties, we work with him, not just with him. We have more than one taker. He's the main one until now, and the next one will be there again to take the penalty.